What mind-blowing, but simple, facts would satisfy a 4-year-old daughter's daily request for one fact before bedtime? Most elephants weigh less than a blue whale's tongue. Pineapples used to be so expensive that people would rent them as a centerpiece for their party. Scotland's national animal is a unicorn. A single strand of spaghetti is a spaghetto. At birth, a baby panda is smaller than a mouse. Violin bows are usually made from horsehair. The color red doesn't make bulls angry, they are colorblind. Herring fish communicate with flatulence. If you heat up a magnet, it loses its magnetism. It snows metal on planet Venus. Garlic attracts leeches. In 1992, a shipping crate full of 28,000 rubber ducks fell off a ship. They kept washing up for years. Edit, haha, you thought I was gonna say thanks for the silver and gold. Edit, but seriously, thank you for the silver and gold. Kangaroos can't walk backwards. Bees tell their friends about good nearby flowers by dancing. In Switzerland, it's illegal to own just one guinea pig. If you have any, you have to have at least 2. They get lonely. There's an island in Japan populated only by fluffy bunnies. Otters have skin pockets for their favorite rocks. When a bee is chosen to be the new queen, they are given a special type of honey that completely changes their bodies. Kind of like how a Pokemon evolves. Super simplified, but it's still pretty cool to think about. A polar bear's skin is black. Wow, gold, thank you so much. Butterflies smell with their feet. Edit, wow, thanks for my first gold, stranger. Horses are more closely related to rhinos than to deer. Some species of burrowing spiders keep teeny tiny frogs in their burrows to keep it free of bugs too small for the spider to get that might try to eat the spider's eggs. This means that tiny frogs are spider cats. There are more stars than there are grains of sand on all the beaches in the world. Cows can walk upstairs, but they can't walk down. Pineapples are a collection of berries. Chocolate was once used as currency. By the Aztecs, more accurately, cacao beans were used. Worms have 5 hearts. The surface of Mars is covered in rust, making the planet appear red. The red food coloring, carmine, that's used in a lot of candy is made up of a kind of beetle. There's a train station in Japan that has a cat station master, currently Nitama. Cows have best friends and get stressed when separated. Tomatoes were once thought to be inedible. Since they are in the same family as nightshade, which is poisonous, ETA cause I got a lot of comments up this one. Tomatoes' acidity interacted with lead plates and GT, lead poisoning. Check out /u/n0v494s comment. Apples float but pears sink. Apples float because they are 25% air. Wombat is cube-shaped. It takes a little over 8 minutes for the light from the sun to get to Earth. From the time Pluto was discovered until the time it was demoted from planethood, it still hadn't made one complete revolution around the sun. This list of what groups of animals are called. I.e. a group of elephants is a parade, a group of owls is a parliament, a group of wildcats is called a destruction. Hippopotamus milk is pink. Some fish cough. Don't eat too many carrots or your skin will turn orange. That happened to my own daughter. Some frogs will glow when they eat fireflies. Before 1913, parents could mail their kids to grandmas through the postal service. You've got 253 comments as of this post. Oh. Only 112 more to go for a full year's worth of facts. Here's mine. The Romans were some of the first people to wear bikinis. A lot of the TV or internet videos she watches comes via undersea cables. Fact: a curious 4-year-old can never be satisfied with one fact per day. Humans are bioluminescent and glow in the dark, but the light that we emit is 1,000 times weaker than our human eyes are able to pick up. Source: owls cannot be choked. I once told my son that there was a scientist for everything. So we started a tradition where he'd pick something to see if there were people that studied it, and I'd give some age-appropriate examples of what they do. Edit: thank you for the silver. Might suggest the study of metals and alloys and when we use what kind. He's always talking about the different eras of human history, primitive age, modern age, future age etc, so it'd be a good segue to Iron Age, Bronze Age. Editing again to add, since it's been mentioned in so many replies, apparently the podcastologist is like this, may not have the most family-friendly vocabulary, but I don't know, I haven't listened to any of it. Your hand is exactly the same size as your face. Happy smiley carrot, flack. Giraffe tongues are black. The building in the world with the most toilets is Wembley Stadium. Cows get excited when they solve puzzles. The filling in a Kit Kat is broken up Kit Kats. One time a guy ate an aeroplane. It took him several years but he did it. The little jump guinea pigs do when they're happy is called popcorning. When a cat walks towards you with its tail up, that means it likes you and is excited to see you. Elephants have a noise that means there are bees here, let's leave immediately. They played golf on the moon one time. I will add more if I think of them. What topics does she like? Cashews come from a fruit. It rains diamonds on Saturn and Jupiter other planets. Pufferfish are full of air. Don't know if that's mind-blowing, but I learned that at the ripe old age of S. Logical when I think about it, but it never crossed my mind. Also, a spinning disc is going faster at the outer edge than in the middle. Male seahorses carry the baby in their tummy instead of the mommy. Whales are closer to cows than to sharks. Edit: here are hilarious, and she's 4. I think mom/dad will deal with genome later. Making pennies cost more than their actual value. Lobsters were considered disgusting and low-class food, to the point that feeding them to prisoners too often was considered cruel and unusual punishment. Also, they're basically just big sea roaches. There's AD is fridge but not in refrigerator. A woodchuck belongs to the family of ground squirrels. There are more ways to arrange a deck of cards than there are stars in our galaxy. Tigers have striped skin. The name for the Arctic comes from the ancient Greek word for bear, Arctos. Named after one of the constellations Ursa Major, Big Bear, or Ursa Minor, Little Bear, but there are bears living there too. So basically, the Arctic is called bear, and the Antarctic is called not bear. Edit: slight fact correction, thanks you/Wolf Rampant. You are closer to death now than you have ever been. Cheese is just a loaf of milk. Birds poo and pee from the same hole at the same time. 1 Animals that lay eggs don't have belly buttons. 2 Slugs have 4 noses. 3 Camels have 3 eyelids. 4 Flamingos turn pink from eating shrimp. 5 Kangaroos cannot walk backward. 6 A hummingbird weighs less than a penny. 7 Broccoli is classified as both a vegetable and a flower. 8 The Hawaiian alphabet only has 12 letters. 9 Fish cough. 10 Snails breathe through their foot. 11 If you keep a goldfish in a dark room it will turn white. 12 Bullfrogs never sleep. 13 Elephants can't jump. 14 Pigs can get a sunburn. 15 Fish can drown. 16 The average American eats approx 35,000 cookies in his/her life. 17 Only male turkeys gobble. 18 Penguins are the only birds that can both swim and amp, not fly. 19 Male kangaroos are called boomers and amp, females are called flyers. 20 Koalas sleep 22 hours a day. 21 Kangaroos can't smell. The distance from your inner elbow to your wrist is the same as the length of your foot. This one is fun because it sounds insane. The forearm looks longer, but if you put your foot to your arm you see that it's accurate. If you put both hands in front of you and write a word, your non-dominant hand will write an exact mirror of your dominant hand without you having to think about it. It will work with shapes too if she's too young to write words. My experience telling my 4-year-old an interesting fact. Someday the sun is going to burn out. Panics, the sun is going to burn out. Don't worry, it won't happen until long after you get old and die. Panic intensifies, I'm going to get old and die. A platypus lays eggs, and has milk, making it the only mammal that could in theory make its own custard. Ask her to give you one fact in exchange of one fact. This will encourage her to learn more and try to meet the daily one fact before bed. Male lions sleep 23 of the 24 hours in a day. The pyramids were ancient when Cleopatra was around. There were woolly mammoths on the planet when the pyramids were being built. We are now further away from the first man going to space than the first man in space was to the first airplane. J.K. Rowling is richer than the Queen. And G.T., Queen of England's personal net worth is about $520 million. And G.T., J.K. Rowling's personal net worth is around $1 billion. And G.T., the entirety of all the planets in the solar system can fit in between the Earth and the Moon. Sea otters hold hands when they sleep, and have a favorite rock to hold on to in a secret pouch. A blue whale's heart is as big as a Volkswagen Beetle. Some penguins propose to mates by bringing them rocks for a nest. Leave out the part about penguin prostitution, though. Rainbows are circles. The frequency of a cat's purr has been shown to improve bone density and strength. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the galaxy. Some galaxies technically are more than 5 times thick as they are wide due to black holes throwing stuff out of the center. One of the Aztecs or Incan, can't remember which, favorite drinks was basically hot cocoa with hot peppers. Oxford University in England is older than the Aztec Empire. Fire burns spherically in space, i.e. on the space station. That's all I got off the top of my head.